Welcome to the Nordic RTS report where I, Runo, is bringing yet another Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever cast, and today it's actually on Twitch indeed as well, before I'm gonna export this lovely stuff directly onto YouTube. Oh yes, and today we got a lovely adaptive Hilly Plateau map, and I tested about for 45 minutes and beyond, and there was no desync, so my fingers are hopefully crossed that this will be a good one. Because so far, I have my hopes up. So we're gonna unpause this and get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna see what will happen indeed. We're gonna call the left team down here at the bottom for Team 1. And the team at the top right corner for Team 2. There are 4 players on each side, and let's get started. On the all left side, we have... let's see, what is it? lilSidlll. I'm gonna call him Siddle. He is going UEF first land in a lovely, well, I would say that is a nice shade of purple. Then at the front line we have Lyuker going Aeon first land in a lovely blood red. Then next to him on the front line as well we have KofNoob going UEF first land in a lovely skull white. Then lastly on Team 1 we have Dr. Pepper going UEF on the back line as well. With first land, UEF land factories, yes, double land factories indeed. And he's going in a, well, let's call that elven flesh. Yes, I'm used to the Warhammer color schemes, so pardon if I do something wrong when it comes to the color names of things. Now then, for the top corner, I just gotta turn off the audio on this streaming thingy, there we go. Now then, we have Lainelas going Aeon first land, and looks on from its second air, going in a nice concrete grey. On the front line we have, let's see, where is he? We have Arcayan going Aeon first land with a first hydrocarbon power plant, and is going for a, I would call that burgundy red or scab red. Then thirdly we have Echelon, or Echelon, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, but fair enough. He's going Cybrun, and he went first land indeed, and second, third, fourth, and fifth land as well. So he's going from a big land spam from the looks of things. And lastly, but not least, we have NUDAX. NUDAX is going first land, and second air, in a nice, lovely, I'm not sure what you call this. I mean, very light white brown, but I'm gonna call this human flesh or human skin tone, at least would be a better definition of it. But as well, now we see that Team 1 and Team 2 are closing in on the middle here, because there's a lot of mass on this map, and I haven't played Adaptive Hilly Plateau that much because I get a little bit spooked by the map. But so far the mass fields are being scooped up here. And the same goes now for Arcayan and Lyuker coming in on the middle portion of the map here. Focusing on mostly getting the mass and do some manual reclaim. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to get that much up. If I do sniff a little bit, I do apologize. I will also have to leave for 30 seconds because it is cold today. And I'm keeping... I have to toss logs into the fire because it is cold here in Norway, it's winter, it's nasty, and I need to maintain some body heat. We see a first scout coming out from NUDAX, giving him some nice, good overview of seeing what the enemy is actually up to. And from the looks of things, NUDAX can see that lilSidlll is not going for any air at the current moment. The same goes with... At the current moment, Team 1 doesn't seem to have any major air production planned, while Team 2, on the other hand, now has an air factory along with NUDAX's air factory that came up earlier. The same goes for... No, never mind. I was mistaken. Arcayan does not go for air, but he is on the front line, so that is to be expected. The same goes for Echelon. So NUDAX and Lainelas seem to be doing quite smashing indeed. And it'll be interesting to see if this land spam from Team 1 pays off. For so far, they have a lot of land factors, but we'll see what happens. And there's a lot of mass on the side here as well, though, so even though you don't get... Oops, sorry about that. Even though you don't get all the mass in the middle here, there's still a lot of mass to be had on the right side and left side of the map, though, so never underestimate sending out engineers on the sides of the map as well, because as you can see here, there are tons of clumps of mass, and I can really recommend sending some units over here, because there are some rocks in between these trees as well, so that could be useful checking out. At the current moment now, there's a lot of units all over the map here spreading out, and it looks like to be a slight 50-50, more like a 51% land pardon that, land control. My voice is cracking now. And Echelon is quite aggressive when it looks to it. But he has a Cyberman commander though, so his regen is slightly higher than the other commanders, but at the same time he has less health to deal with it. And now it looks like Arcayan is trying to secure the middle portion of the map with some Aurora tanks, but the strikers of the UEF are coming in to deal with those paper tanks, and one last shell took out that tank, and now Lyuker is coming in with his commander to try to get some reclaim, and from the looks of it, he is most likely going for these Aurora wrecks, because they give a little bit of mass. I mean, 38 mass, 40, 41, that is still some mass that you can use. And every single little bit of drop of mass helps in the long-term game plan. Because how we're looking at the current economy is that the highest economy seems to be in Lyuker's favor with 37 mass. Then we have around 32 for Echelon. And then it's around 29, 23, 24, 19, 17, 18 and so. But yeah, keep going up though, because energy-wise, Lyuker is doing smashingly indeed. He has reclaimed about 4,500 mass. Echelon has around 6,000 mass, and on the brink here when it comes to his energy levels, but it might be risky though. Lainelas is power stalling like crazy, and he needs to sort that situation out, otherwise he's going to be in a little bit of a trouble. Arcayan is in fairly decent shape here when it comes to this, energy levels, so that's good to know. Then what lilSidlll has fairly good eco as well, needs actually to spend some of that mass now that I look at it, otherwise he's just gonna get too much of it. He is actually at 2400 ranked place, so this is actually a pro level match, but there's a large discrepancy in the terms of players here, because you got 2400, 1800, 1800, and then you go all the way down to 1100. But KofNoob has good ego as well, and the same with Dr. Pepper. Yeah, so far the eco seems to be good. It's just that Lainelas had some troubles with the energy, but it looks like he has sorted it out now. So from the looks of it, he might have gone for an upgrade on his commander. That said, where is it? Let's see. He has gone for the long range, and he's gone for a pure gun comm. So this will be interesting to see what he plans on doing. And over here, we have a forward triad for KofNoob, but it's being targeted by Oblivion turrets, and the Auroras are functioning as sort of like a buffer, so that the triad tries to fire on the Auroras instead of actually taking out the Oblivion turret itself. And it looks like Arcayan is quite comfortable in the map here now, with having established some anti-air turrets, 2 Oblivion point defenses, and getting a tactical missile defense, so he is settling down to stay in the long game. And now, though, we see that Lainelas is moving quite fast forward here with his commander. Do we see anything on the likes of it, though, on the sides? We have some good run-bys here for Echelon, seeming to get in and taking out some of these mass extractors for KofNoob. And he's taking quite a beating himself, so he needs to be careful to not get too aggressive here. And the same goes for... No, never mind. Echelon is way back here in safety. But good lord, indeed. Dr. Pepper seems to be struggling a little bit. And his command is way out of position here. He has overextended way beyond what he should. And he's taking point defense fire. He's taking so much tank fire here. And he needs to get some veterans. He has 1 rank of veterancy, but there's so many tanks firing at him. And I think this will be the first expulsion from the game indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And boom! After 9 minutes, Dr. Pepper disappears, and his entire right flank will go away and lose everything that he had here. He even went for a Tech 2 land factory at the end now. But now all of that will be gone, and it looks like lilSidlll is sending some units over to get this mass field and hopefully at least use his former teammate's base to some use, some mass extractors. And the land factors have some mass, actually positive here about it. But the mass extractors were only T1 though, so... But there'll still be more mass than he had before though. And now we see as well, Lyuker is on the front line with a ton of Auroras. But the same goes with Arcayan, moving in with a few ones to deter some attacks. And we see that even lilSidlll are building mass extractors in the middle as well, gaining some extra mass that is well needed. When it comes to the air game, it actually looks like Lyuker is getting up some nice amounts of interceptors, so he's actually having his own air force to protect him, so that's very good indeed. We see some gunships actually coming out from lilSidlll, but I'm not sure that is a sound idea, because it needs to get some more, what do you call it, tech up. I mean, that this is very good in the terms of that he's getting tech 2 units, and especially the Lainelas. And how are we doing in the air game on the other team? At the current moment, they're tick to land for Lainelas, but it doesn't look like there's too much going on elsewhere in the terms of the air factory on his back line base. We are getting tech 2 here now for NUDAX, but I think does it actually, yes, is this true? Yeah, from the looks of it, it looks like that lilSidlll has been scouting, so you can see that they don't have air factories yet, so that's why he's going for the tech 2, because then you can just safely get gunships and geniuses online and focus instead on dealing out some defensive units that can also dish out some hurt. And Lainelas has fallen back a bit, and now actually saying to his units, we need the air, because he can now see that the units of the gunships are massing up. Probably have scouted them someplace, I'm not sure, but I think so at least. And this looks a little bit risky though, being that far on the front, unupgraded commander, but he has one rank of veterancy with a tech 2 upgrade though, so it looks like he'll be able to get some units online, but I'm not too sure about that. If all of these units are gone in here now, he might have actually gone and taken KofNoob out, because that's a lot of Mantis and Medusas. However, it looks like lilSidlll is more content trying to get around him, and from the looks of it, he has severe success when it comes to attacking here, because there's so many Mantis and so many Medusas, and I love that EMP weapon targeting that triad, disabling it and not enabling it to fire any further, dealing out the damage. But now we see pillars, tech 2 units coming out for KofNoob, and he'll be able to stave off the tech 1 advance there. But a lot of these units are coming in now from the right side. And do they have radar coverage? No, they do not. They do not possess any radar coverage at all on that side. But now it looks like, yeah, Lainelas has scouted the gunship, so you can now see that what lilSidlll is planning. But they can still be used for defensive purposes though, even though they can't be used for attack purposes now with them being discovered. And I would recommend sending them over here, because they are being heavily targeted. Of course, now we have some Tech 1 plasma, or, yeah, well, plasma cannons, Tech 1 point defenses, being hastily constructed, but 2 pillars are moving in as well, though, so I'm not sure how much damage they will be able to do. They might be able to take out this Tech 1 point defense if they hurry, and it looks like actually the Tech 1 point defense is doing more damage to the mass extractor than the Mantis itself. So this will be interesting to see. Well, if that mass extractor had been taken out by the point defense, that would have been a bit humorous. And now it looks like KofNoob is setting up nicely and comfortably in the right side of the map. And lilSidlll can't seem to get through now due to him having T1 units. And KofNoob seems to be able to get out the T2 units, and they can usually deal with a lot of T1 spam. So that's good. Other than that, how are we doing in the bases so far? It looks like there's a little bit of a lull here with units stopping now to fire. More pillars moving in here. in the bases, we have a Tech 2 air factory, and looks like he's trying to spam out some T1 units to at least get some basic air, so he can't get to jump on. Lainelas seems to be ignoring air for now, sticking to the Tech 2 Tech 2 land factories, but he's got a forward air factory though, so he do have the ability to get some air online. But at the same time, Arcayan is actually going for a nice air here with some gunships. I'm not sure why he's doing this though. Why he's getting them on the patrol, as he's just wasting the fuel, but fair enough. He's getting some Tech 2 air transport, and on the front line here we have the land factory HQ getting out the deceivers and rhinos. So that could work very nicely indeed if we get some spam out. And looks like there's an engineer in the bank here. Where will he send them? That's the question. He's trying to send them over here, but you gotta be careful though, because there are 3 pillars here. I'm not sure if he knows they are there though. Arcayan can't see this, but it depends on if they can see them. No, they don't have any radar. I spoke too soon. Now, at least if they pay attention, they can see that this Tech 2 air transport was here, but they don't have the radar for it though. It'll be interesting to see if Arcayan have any plans with this, because he might have forgotten about them. We'll return to them if it actually becomes apparent, but now we see actually 2 missiles are coming in here. Not shooting at anything specific. Looks like they went after Lyuker, but he has the shield on his comm, so it doesn't look like there's much that they can do, but he has some missiles left actually in the clips here, so he can actually start shooting at different things like the mass points, but there are bus kills and TMD spread around the place. But now we see mobile missile launchers are firing a continuous stream of missiles. Ooh, pardon that, I seem to be yawning a little bit. But anyway, missiles are coming indeed. And how are we doing in the base here now? Because it looks like lilSidlll has seized his air production a little bit in favor of getting some tech up. And he's getting Tech 2 mass extractors already, and now getting the mass storage. And from the looks of it, if he's lucky, he can get T3 up fairly quickly. And he's actually getting up a T3 mass extractor now, as I said it. And he's going for T3 land factory, which I'll suppose enable him to get air units. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we see a fantastic push here from the looks of it. It looks like gunships are incoming, and this will be very interesting to see. And now we have lilSidlll. Can they see what's happening? Yes, they can. Now they can see all of these gunships are incoming, and Lyuker is responding with his interceptors, but I'm not sure if they will get... Yeah, they will be able to get it over in time though, so I'm not sure how much damage these Spectres will be able to do. They are much better off setting it down here and deal some damage to that base, but the flak is shredding these Spectres, and they're taking so much damage. And half of them is already half HP, half of them has already been shot down, and they are not able to do a lot of damage, and that was just basically a free mass dump into lilSidll's base. And these Swift Winds are quickly dispatched as well. 4 Swift Winds turn into 2, as the sheer amount of flak and interceptors just completely destroys them. But one managed to get away, but one actually crashed middle into desert. And now we actually have T3 on the field here. So this will be very interesting to see on what's going to happen. We have a lot of Evensongs now firing and taking out the bus kills. So now it will be interesting to see, will we have a push on the left side? But at the same time we have a push on the right side here with a lot of Auroras. And it looks like the T3 has been taken out by these rhinos, and they are shredding these Auroras, being virtually paper in the face of these T2 units. We see that Lyuker is quite forward in with his commander, but he has the shield, and I suppose then he would have the gun. He has some harbingers as well, but now Lainelas is moving forward with his commander, but he doesn't have the shield, so he needs to be quite careful. if he's not careful, that might turn into a bad thing. He now responds to see that he's taking some damage from Lyuker and promptly falling back from the looks of it. They're exchanging some fire, but Lyuker is the healthiest one. Since he has the shield, he doesn't take any damage. So this will be interesting to see now, because Team 1 has lost a player, but the 2400 rank player managed to take the mass points and actually, well, capitalize on the eco. So I'm not sure what will happen during this fight though. It looks like Lyuker is getting a little bit aggressive here, but he can afford it because of his shield. But he needs to be careful so he doesn't overextend though, because now we see Harbingers coming out and sniper bots for Lainelas, and they might deal some damage to that shield and take it out if he's not careful. So that's very clever indeed, getting some sniper bots. On the right flank, there's not much happening. NUDAX is getting an upgrade on his commander, and I'm not sure what it is. Looks like it could be the shield on his comm, but I'm not sure, depending on what his tech level is. If it's tech 2 on his engineering suite. But now we see a lot of units coming in here. Now we got broadswords coming in and firing at Lyuker, taking a lot of fire here, going into the yellow, but there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of flak here firing at these gunships. And Lyuker is managing to get away though, but now it actually looks like Lainelas is the healthiest one. And we have Harbingers moving in, and they're shooting at Lainelas, and he needs to get out of there, otherwise he's going to be severely hurt, and he needs to get some shielding. He needs to move. He's low on health, and he's going to go down. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. That was not what I expected. I thought Lyuker was going to go out here, but it turns out that Lainelas is the one going out, overextending because so many Harbingers came in and dealt damage, and his entire left flank is going to disappear in a gigantic explosion, and that will be a devastating blow. But now at least Arcayan will be able to deal with all of this mass, getting some extra mass that he probably needs for more expansions. So now we see that the first Tech 3 units are coming out for lilSidlll, and this will be interesting to see what will happen indeed. Do we have Tech 3? Yes, we do. We have Tech 3 online for NUDAX, but it doesn't have a Tech 3 power generator, so he needs some extra energy. Otherwise, he's going to be struggling a bit, because now lilSidlll has Tech 3 power plant, and he's getting a second one. So lilSidlll seems to be doing better when it comes to the energy department at the current moment. Yes, indeed. I'm not sure what's going on here, because it looks like, either he's going for the resource allocation system, which looks like what it's doing, but I can't be sure about it yet. I mean, that's what it looks like at least. So he'll be able to get some extra power. Let's see. Lol, he should not overextend his command without a shield. He didn't need to do that. That was pretty much GG. Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Warshed. He was a little bit overconfident, I feel. He was a little bit nasty when it came to actually getting his units forward, and saw that, oh, Lyuker has half comm health. Perhaps he could push forward. But those Harbingers are... Good lord, they can dish out a lot of damage. So yeah, this fight can be quite interesting indeed, because I do know that it lasted longer than 50 minutes, but I had to stop to check. But I risk it now to see that there are no desyncs. I mean, I hope it isn't, but from the looks of it, I think this will be a very good fight. And now we actually see some loyalists as well mixed in with T1 and T2 units. But we have Tech 2 units coming out for the UEF as well, but the EMP devices for these small light artilleries are just, oh, so good. And obviously Januses are coming out here now for lilSidlll as well, dealing out some of the damage here to these units, and that's quite good actually, because Januses are surprisingly strong when it comes to dishing out the bombs, because they got 3 bombs fields laying out the hurt. But now, that's a lot of T1 anti-air shooting, and a lot of swift winds coming out as well. But now we see some scouting coming out here, and I'm not sure how this will go though, because that's a low unit moving on the left flank, and Arcayan might struggle a little bit. if he can't get any units. I mean, we have some broadswords coming in here now, but that's a lot of flak artillery. We have some of these harbingers trying to deal out the damage, but it's hard to get the damage potential out when there's so many of them. But now the broadswords are coming in. They're trying to target the flak cannons first, but now the ASFs are moving in for lilSidlll, and he's actually moving in some engineers as well to try to reclaim the forward base of Lainelas, so that's good. Moving to invade the lost territory before they can recapitalize is pretty smart. Indeed, that it is. That is quite smart, and you don't really lose that much mass in the terms of that. The enemy has to spend resources defending their point, while you can just expand out, take the mass, while they have to focus on what is getting into the base. So even though you're technically wasting mass in the term of that you're sending these units in, they will die eventually. You're still taking out a lot of mass extractors, you're taking out some of the defenses, and the air units and engineers. So in the sense of it, that's really good tactic indeed, I must admit, and agree with you there, dear Warshed in the chat. But now we see that some of the ASFs are outside now, and that's a little bit risky though, because there are some T3 SAM launches here, but he looks like he's going after the spy planes. But we have some missile launches on the flanks here, all around here. Oh, that is cheeky indeed, ladies and gentlemen. If he can get those missiles up and running, he can actually fire some good missiles here. Depends on if he gets a... if he have... what do you call it? If they manage to get out a... well... never mind, they managed to get out a take 1 point defense actually. And they have an experimental here with the GC, but the enemy has, as they said, they had 2 Galactic Colossuses. Well, here's one of them. Does Lyuker have 2? No, he only has 1. Where's the second one? I don't know actually. But before that happened, sadly, I'm going to have to toss into the fire because it's getting cold. Whew, and I gotta be back shortly in about 30 seconds indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So please stay tuned, and as I will be back. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. Righty ho then, ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. It is currently a bit cold here in Norway, as it is, well, a few minus degrees, but that's not too bad. But the moisture rise in the air makes it quite nasty. So it feels colder than it actually is. But then, let's continue where we left off. And now it looks like it's going to be quite nasty, because several experimental units are finding themselves on the map here now. And this could be anyone's game, because each side have lost one of their players. But I would say Team 2 is worse off, because they have lost their high-ranking member. But now, actually, a mass extractor has been taken out by some harbingers coming in from the back here. But it looks like these Percivals will be able to take them out fairly good. And now we see that, here's the Galactic Colossus that we talked about. Let's see, we have... seriously, where's the second Galactic Colossus? I can't seem to find it, but... at least... No, never mind. Lyuker has managed to finish 2 Galactic Colossuses, but one of the Galactic Colossus is taking fire from Arcayan, from gunship fire. But a lot of loyalists, and the Monkey Lord is moving in now. If they capitalize and move in fast along with the loyalists, they can actually deal out a lot of damage here. There are some point defenses here though, so they are wisely retreating a little bit in wake of all of these Galactic Colossuses. But if they move in now with all of these units in unison, they could have quite a success. But the Galactic Colossus will start targeting these T1 and T2 units. Luckily now, due to the fact that they have to deal 13.8k damage, they won't get the veterancy, because that was so annoying before. You just have to kill a unit to gain veterancy. So that is very good to see that they fixed that indeed. Now it looks like the Galactic Colossuses are moving in here. I'm not sure how much damage they'll be able to do though, due to the fact that there are 2 experimentals. And the Fat Boy is being constructed by NUDAX here in the middle of the map. And it's nearly completed as well. But now the experimentals, along with several Percivals and Harbingers, are moving in. And will the experimentals move in as well to support? They're gonna have to do this, otherwise they're just gonna plow through everything. And looks like the Monkey Lord is now going to stop here, unless they are now going into a cistern. Because the Galactic Colossus is coming in from behind and trying to take out these Percivals. If you just keep sending these alongside up here, he could deal a lot of damage. But no, he's actually re-diverting his Galactic Colossus to attack Arcayan's Galactic Colossus, and he's dealing a lot of damage to one of them. But now a Monkey Lord is coming in as well. We have gunships firing at the Lyuker Colossuses, while the Arcayan Colossus is going down, but several Harbingers and lots of loyalists are coming in as well. We have a Fat Boy now finished firing in the back of that Colossus. The Monkey Lord will be able to take out that Galactic Colossus. And boom! Only one Colossus remaining. But several of the Harbingers are firing alongside the Colossus on that Monkey Lord. And he's going to go down. Several of these loyalists are now trying to fire out and dish out the damage. But they are so weak in terms of damage potential. But now we see more Percivals and the Fat Boy are trying to deal damage to this. Well, since also the loyalists are close to the Colossus, it will, through the EMP, make it stop firing for a few seconds, so that the Percivals can actually deal out more damage. So that's really good indeed. And looks like the Harbingers are actually now slowly whittling down. The Colossus is almost dead. I'd highly recommend it trying to fall back a bit, but it can't now in the face of all this damage. You just have to keep firing and try to take as many units as it can before it dies. 5,000 health points and rapidly declining indeed. Trying to balance back and forth and do some moving, since the Fat Boy is constantly firing. But it's going to be too late though. The units are going to be able to take that thing out from the looks of it. How longer is this going to survive? There we go. Good gods, that Colossus did some excellent, and I mean excellent, dodging of that Fat Boy fire. But that concludes quite a bit of a mass gain here now for Team 2. 4 experimentals in the middle, but from the looks of things, Team 2 controls the middle. Lil'Sidlll controls the left flank. Ish. He doesn't have any units there, but he has built mass extractors there actually, and he's got T2. But now it looks like they're getting more experimentals online and trying to get some of the units online. We have Percival coming in from lilSidlll, dishing out some damage to the Harbingers, but they are changing fire. Yeah, they're now they scooped up the mass, but now they're actually firing against these Percivals. But the Harbingers can take a surprisingly large amount of hits before they die. But now we see a second Galactic Colossus moving in from Lyuker. And eco-wise, Team 1 is doing excellent. They have 257 mass for lilSidlll. And Lyuker has 185. Echelon has 208. NUDAX is on 146. Power stalling like crazy though. He needs more power. What is he doing? He's not building any power at all, though. He's getting strategic missile defense without getting any power, so that is, this is gonna sound very mean, but... is he 1400? I mean, this seems like a pretty noobish mistake, not building any power generators. But yeah, obviously several units of Harbingers are moving in here, going after Arcayan's Galactic Colossus, taking out the engineers, building it. So that is not going to be completed, but we have a megalith, ladies and gentlemen. We have a megalith on the field here now for Echelon, and the Galactic Colossus is falling back promptly. No, he's actually trying to take out these engineers so they can't scoop up the mass. Seems like a good idea indeed, so they can't capitalize on these wrecks. It's a power blunder indeed. I'm not sure what he's thinking here. I think he's trying to... Hang on. No, wait. Who's building these then? No, it's gotta be NUDAX. Yeah. Okay, now it's going for the power. And now his power situation is fixed-ish. But he needs to fix that for better care, though. And now another Galactic Colossus will go down. And that's even more mass to Team 2 if they can secure it. And from the looks of it, they will be able to secure it with that megalith in place. And with 4 mass wrecks, giving around 14,000, 21,000, 17,000, and 5,000 mass. That's a lot. That's a lot of mass that Team 2 can use for their own advantage. However, that said, lilSidlll has quite a considerable mass here. And he also has a Stone Age missile launcher. So we have a nuke, ladies and gentlemen. We have a nuke online. Do we have that for Team 2? No, they do not. Do they have a nuke defense? We have a strategic missile defense at the front line here for Echelon. It can protect most of it, actually. So if lilSidlll wants to kill anything, he has to take this one out before... Yeah, because he has to take and shoot it over here. So it's going to be protected. And if you can keep this one protected, because it's inside a protective grove, with those 2 mountain sides acting as a bit of a natural defense. If you can wall off and or get power defenses here, he could do fairly well. But now we see more Harbingers constantly harass the left flank, denying Team 2's abilities of getting these mass extractors back. That's perfectly done. Well done indeed from Team 1. And Lyuker is actually building a small point defense up in the top northern part of the map. And this is a bit risky, sending the fat boy this far forward. But the Galactic Colossus is taking a lot of fire from this megalith, but it's taking in return a lot of fire back, and a lot of ambassadors are now moving in. And in the beginning, I would... sorry that, my voice is cracking today. In the beginning, I would at least keep it back to get this mass scooped up and get more mass units or experimental units first. You have 2 ranks of veterancy on it, and you know that the enemy is going to spam out. Holy shit! How fast did he able to get that out? Do we have the nuke defense ready? It's nearly done! Oh my god! It is done just in time as the nuke is fired. So that was just pure goddamn luck. Holy, if that had been 10 seconds slower, he would not have been able to get a nuke defense up in time. And with that thwarted, it looks like that the megalith needs to fall back a bit, because it's taking a lot of unnecessary ambassador fire, because it looks like lilSidlll has the air advantage. So he needs to fall back with the megalith. There's now a lot of Percivals are moving in as well. He has the ranks of veterancies on the megalith, and a megalith with ranks of veterancy is a really powerful foe to deal with, because he has the regen on such a big ass unit. So get that unit back right now and use it for defensive purposes, since it has such low health. Getting a rank of veterancies on the megalith is really hard sometimes, so that is very good if you can just keep it defended. Okay. So now then, ladies and gentlemen, we have some units here on the northern side. Again, denying Team 2 the mass that they desperately need. So Lyuker is doing an excellent job, and he actually has ranks of veterancies on these harbingers. So he will actually be able to get their health back. This is an elite veterancy force to be reckoned with. And oh my god, get this megalith back before it takes too much damage. This is horrible to see. That's going to go down, and that's a horrible loss. Team 2 doing amazingly well considering they lost their moneymaker. I'm impressed. Yes, indeed. After they lost Lainelas, I thought the game was pretty much over because the entire left flank was finished, but they're holding surprisingly well, and we're only 35 minutes in, so it will be interesting to see what will happen for the rest of the match. Indeed! But now the Harbingers might have actually bitten off more than they can chew, with several Percivals moving in. Will they be able to escape though? One of the Harbingers with 3 ranks in veterancies looks like he'll be able to escape though, so now the NUDAX's Percivals are defending the left flank, so that's good. We now have several Harbingers moving in here now to get that mass scooped up. And how much mass is he getting? He is so far... yeah, that's a good question actually. How are we doing on this mass reclaim? 34,000 for lilSidlll. When it comes to the mass for Echelon, he has reclaimed 100,000... no, 120,000 mass. 59,000 for NUDAX. Lyuker seems to be on 43. Arcayan on 60,000 and climbing. And KofNoob on 13,000. So it looks like KofNoob is more of a support player due to his rank, at least at the moment. He's building a fat boy but has stopped mostly, getting some point defenses. Most likely afraid of a telesnipe. Yeah, they do have a Cybern player, so that is a possibility. They're getting out the strategic missile defense finished out. They won't be able to get a nuke up in time though. So Team 2 has done excellent in placement of that strategic missile defense. And now gotta be careful though, because now there's a Harbinger moving out, but the Ravagers will be able to take that out without any problems. Now on the front line though, we have 2 GCs moving in, firing at that Galactic Colossus, with several of those Harbingers moving in on the right flank. That fat boy might be in a bit of a danger now, because one of the Galactic Colossuses are virtually unharmed, with several Harbingers moving in now. If they target that fat boy, that's going to go down quickly indeed. The rock side is shielding it slightly, and it's taking too much fire from that Galactic Colossus. It's going to go down. Boom, yes indeed. Holy cannoli of Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is an experimental bonanza. But now Team 2 is finally saying enough is enough, time to strike back, and sending in their own forces straight into Lyuker's main base, saying, you know what, you can go grab a bun, but not the ones I bake, because those are delicious. And boom, one of the factories, or power generators, are going down, dealing a hell of a lot of damage here now. Several of these units are coming in now, dealing a lot of damage. The broadsword are targeting the Galactic Colossus, but it's having so much health points and 2 ranks of veterancies. But now several Percivals are coming in. The Colossus is targeting the Galactic Colossus, but it has already so little health. It can't be finished. Better targeting the Percivals, so it can actually do some damage. Now going for the power generator, indeed. That's very good indeed. Lyuker is sending his commander for, but I wouldn't recommend that. Send that back. Send that back. He has too much health still. Team 1 never stopped them. Indeed, they never did. And now the Galactic Colossus is still doing well on the health department. It's taking out those Percivals, but more Percivals from KofNoob is coming in, with all of those broadswords still in the game. But now we see more Harbingers are coming in, ladies and gentlemen. But the Galactic Colossus is well below the red point here now, and it shouldn't target this Galactic Colossus. It's too low anyway. Get it into the fight instead, into the middle of the base. You have several key elements here. You could have taken out the Tech 3 Land Factory HQ, but now it's a little bit too late, as the Galactic Colossus will go down with 4 ranks of veterancy. It is so horrible to see, ladies and gentlemen, but at the same time you denied the enemy another Galactic Colossus though. But still, That was painful, but now we see a lot of bounces are coming in, but I'm not sure that will be in time enough now. But we now have another megalith coming in though. And still lilSidlll seems to be in air control, but oh my god, this match here is so confusing. But now another megalith is coming in, and it looks like it's going on the right flank and going after the lower ranked player, that is KofNoob. But we have a fat boy now starting to open fire, but it's like tickling it slightly. And the megalith will be able to get in here and deal a hell of a lot of damage. And the bouncers will be able to, if you can get those back and around, you can deal a lot of damage. But now all these experimental wrecks are constantly being reclaimed by Team 2. And that works to their advantage. Even though Team 1 has the mass advantage in terms of lilSidlll, I spoke too soon. Echelon has managed to retake him in mass. And no, what are you doing? What are you doing? Send in the loyalists, send in the megalith, send in everything you got on those enemies. You have the bounces, to deal with those stingers. And now retreating is only making the megalith taking more fire. And instead of sending it, now you have to send it back, otherwise you're just going to donate mass to the enemy. I don't understand the decision making there. That was horrible indeed from Team 2. If Echelon had just sent it further in, he could have actually survived and taken out that fat boy. And possibly taken out KofNoob. And having the right flank completely removed would have been a severe blow to Team 1. I'm just going to drink some water because it's making my throat thirsty. Water is the life elixir. But now the megalith has been defeated and it has been struck down. And a Percival with 2 ranks of veterancy is standing there gloriously gloating over the dead corpse. But now we see a Galactic Colossus again moving in here, leaving Team 1 no room for error here as they're trying desperately to get up more units. But now we see that actually they're building forward base of Tech 2 Gunthers actually on the front line here, with the fat boy giving support fire straight into Lyuker's base. And they need to find a solution to this problem, because now also on the left flank we have several Percivals attacking and dealing out the damage. So either they need to give a close support proximity nuke in the front line here, otherwise Team 1 is going to be severely troubled here now, as one of the Galactic Colossus is finally taken into consideration that, hey, look, there's a commander. And looks like he's targeting the commander, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to target him in time. As the shield pops down, he's going to be able to get out of range. Oh my god! KofNoob is one of the luckiest bastards indeed. He is lovely, I'm sure, but damn, that is lucky. And that is mass donated into Team 1's favor, and that is what they sorely need, because now they have a lot of T3 land AA with restored gunships, a fat boy firing into the base. Several units are being targeted now. Lyuker is really struggling here now. He doesn't have the eco now to sustain him anymore. He's dropped down to 100, while the rest of the team and enemies have 300 and 200 mass per tick. And at the current moment, if they can't fire, they have to fire this nuke down, because the Stone Age has a Tech 3 strategic missile launcher in the clip now. If you can give yourself a close proximity nuke right here to stop that fat boy, you can make sure that you can actually survive this. So if only lilSidlll can see this, it might be a little bit occupied though. I'm not sure what he can see. Yes, he can see this, so he doesn't have that much. I mean, he's standing here with his commander. He has the gun upgrade and Tech 2 on his comm, but he can now fire this Stone Ager. Please, I implore you, sir, fire the Stone Ager for a close proximity assistance nuke before they can get this base more up and running, because now they're even getting the middle mass extractors up. I can't believe this. Team 2 has managed to secure themselves right back again, and now it's Team 1 that is heavily on the defensive. This is an incredible feat. Managed to pull themselves back, even with the 2400 ranked player. And I'm not sure what Lyuker is... Oh no, lilSidlll is up to. He seems to be trying to get more eco up and running. He has stopped his unit production though, so what is he planning? I'm not sure. Yeah, fantastic. Now we see that the close proximity nuke is being fired, and it might have been better to put it a little bit closer, but the nuke range is of course very big though. So this will be interesting to see. Will the fat boy fall back? Yeah, okay, it's moving the other way though, so it might... Yeah. The fat boy will be able to survive this, but at least that will give Team 1 some moment of rest. And looks like it's actually firing with the fat boy on the corpse of the megalith, so at least the enemy can't reclaim it. So that's very clever. Unless, of course, he's just firing at the engineers. But still, that's good though. If you can't reclaim it yourself, destroy the mass field so that Team 2 cannot reclaim it. But now, though, the forward fire base has been destroyed. You have mass in the middle here that you can reclaim. So Team 1 has a chance to get back up again. Because there are several experimentals on the field, several T3 units. And this will be very interesting. But now he's got to be careful there because the fat boy has taken some fire here. And what do we see here? Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, I can with my little eye spy a... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We have a Duke online, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Duke online. NUDAX has managed to complete a Duke, and he's firing down upon... He's firing down upon lilSidlll. And he's trying to get out shields now because, well, this is going to be interesting unless they can actually support these shields. I think Team 1 will be severely hindered by this Duke firing unless they can get more hives. But from the looks of it now, the Duke has retargeted to fire against the air production. And with that said though, Team 2 is now actually in the air lead. This is a surprising turn of event. I'm not sure what happened here. Why it didn't happen that... What is going on? He's trying to reclaim the strategic missile launcher, but that's going to be a little bit too late though. And the shields blink back just in time, but I'm not sure he'll be able to reclaim those units before the Duke's fire hits. And holy shit, this is a non-stop bonanza of surprise, because I really thought Team 1 had this in the bag. But now Team 2 has managed to regain the balance, managed to just get their eco back up again. And Echelon has now 446 mass per tick. That is amazing, and he doesn't even have any support commanders to function as RASCOMs. And now we have several units trying to fire against the Harbingers, but they are basically being targeted and taken out. And the Duke landing its shots finally, and boom, everything just goes away. And what does that do to his eco? He is severely dropping down in energy. And I think this will be the end of the fight, because he doesn't have any energy. Somehow all of this has been donated over to lilSidlll, but he doesn't have any energy to support this. So he needs some power generators fast, otherwise this Duke is going to take a horrendous amount of fire. And now the tide is turning, with lots of units now amassing on the left flank, with a fat boy exchanging fire between fat boys. And from the looks of it, the fat boy to Team 2 will be able to actually gain a victory from this. And yes, indeed, with 3 ranks of veterancy and taking out this fat boy with 3 ranks of veterancy. No! Just as it was about to die, it managed to survive this. But now a spider bot on the left flank is closing in on the enemy. And I gotta say, fantastically well played from Team 2 here. Unless Team 1 has some weird, like, surprise that I didn't know of, this game is in Team 2's bag. Team 1 has just been routed severely. Spiderbot is coming from behind, taking out the land units. This has been interesting to see, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, I must say. And the Duke is keep firing down here. They're trying to get this Duke online, but they're sort of giving up on it. Trying to... How the blasted fudge? Wait, they managed to actually kill the spiderbot, but he managed to take out the Tech 3 Land Factory HQ though. So now lilSidlll has been hampered severely. He doesn't have anything left to build with, so air-wise, the Team 2 is in the lead. Now KofNoob's defensive tactics seem to have actually been working a bit. He has 2 fat boys that can actually work as a buffer zone, with a Galactic Colossus for Lyuker defending a little bit, but he needs to get more fire on this fat boy here Otherwise, he is going to lose this fat boy because 3 of the guns of the fat boy shooting, well, only 2 guns are firing here, and that fat boy is going to go down, and this one isn't even going to go into the red. So this will be interesting to see. And again, I gotta say, Team 2 has this in the bag from the looks of it, and they're gonna be able to get an emissary online as well. The Duke to lilSidlll is almost done, but at the same time, Team 1 doesn't have anything to stop them with. Now they're building fire bases back again, and slowly with the Gunther creep actually, so this is interesting. Slowly but steadily they're building Gunthers closer and closer and closer until they have the artillery necessary to dish out the damage. And that's a lot of loyalists, a lot of bouncers, lots of bangers. And do we have any experimentals on the field? I can't see anything. We have a Stone Ager here though, strategic missile launcher. Depends though, do they have a nuke defense? That is the question. Yeah, they have a nuke defense here, and looks like the Duke is trying to target in the nuke eliminator, but I can't say for certain. Now the Galactic Colossus of Lyuker is going to go down to heavy gunship fire as lilSidlll lost the air. I'm very surprised to see that, how the turn of events happened. I mean, Lyuker had the enemy team. If I mean, I know I'm being critical here, but I mean, I don't know if lilSidlll perhaps had just focused more on air and gotten more air factors out and spammed out air, you could have secured the airspace, gotten more ambassadors, and started to gather up for a snipe. That could have been so interesting to see, but it didn't happen. Now the other artillery though will be up for Arcayan, and KofNoob is being attacked by T2 artillery. The Duke is online now, but I'm not sure what will happen now. Where the Duke is firing, I'm not certain. He's firing at the nuke. Oh, that is... He needs to fire the nuke right now. He needs to fire it at least somewhere in the vicinity of the enemy. Otherwise he's going to lose the nuke. Will he be able to hit it though? That's the question, because he has the shields up and running. And... I don't know. He's trying to assist the shielding there to get those up and upgrading the Cybern shields, and that's beautiful. That's what I love about the Cybern shields. You can upgrade them and they gain new shield charge every time you upgrade them. But that said, of course, they don't have much shield charge to begin with. And no, now they're actually targeting the emissary. Well, I mean, I suppose that makes sense. They have a nuke defense, and if they can just keep the shields active, it doesn't really matter. But it looks like the shield is going to go down soon, and they got 2 fat boys here, actually, with a few wasps resting comfortably on the top of the fat boy. Just how much anti-air does Lyuker have? He has only 4 transcendence, but lilSidlll is getting some as well. He's spreading out his air defenses quite well, actually. So a gunship assault is out of the question. And now it's turned into an arty war, but from the looks of it, Team 2 is winning this artillery war, unless they can actually get the shielding up in time. But now the emissary is firing as well with its damage over time. But to try and get the shield online, can the artillery cell land before the shields are being completed? I don't think so. Oh, just in time they got a shield up. And now it's basically just Team 2 has this in the bag. Now they just need to get more artillery up, take out that nuke defense, and they can fire that nuke. Because it looks like NUDAX is getting a second Duke as well. And with the Aeon artillery. Oh my god. lilSidlll took a artillery shell to the face. And is damaging quite substantially. And the shielding is rapidly depleting here now. And I'm not sure if lilSidlll will be able to keep this up now. So it looks like it's going to be the end for Team 1. Quite so indeed. Unless they can do something about this, but from the looks of it, I wouldn't say so. Echelon has 700 mass income. He has 56 loyalists. He has how many? Well, 10 Gunthers. He can dish out some of the good damage there. This emissary is not going to go to... Oh my god, it's actually almost dead, but the engineers are now assisting the shields. So they're not going to be able to take this out. So... now it looks like lilSidlll is falling back. But... oh, the shield is barely holding together here now. And now Fat Boys are moving in, taking out one of KofNoob's units. KofNoob is trying to fall back in the face of so many Fat Boys. But now a Galactic Colossus is on the ridge here. If he can get on top here, he can take out one of the Fat Boys. Two of the Fat Boys actually, because they are so low in health now. So that can actually hold them off a little bit longer. And if you can just get those around to attack those... oh, there we go. One Fat Boy down. Will he fall back or will he go... no, several restored gunships are incoming now. You need mobile AA to actually deal with this. And now the shields are falling. They're falling down again. There's one T2 shield generator barely managing to secure that nuke eliminator, as a third nuke will be able to get on in time. How's the eco to lilSidlll? He's doing okay-ish, but they are struggling immensely as several of the loyalists are moving in on the right side. And... oh my god! Holy shit, we can actually see that one of the Dukes are being taken out because they're changing firing solution. And unless they can get more shield generators online in time, this can actually be a turn of events, because the shield generators are protecting the Dukes and the nuke eliminator. And there's a lot of more shields here than there are in NUDAX's base. And if he can't get the shield up in time, but he's actually now assisting the shield though, so never mind. Indeed, he looks like he's be able to recharge the shield before it... yeah, he is now recharging the shield, and that's not going to be able to be depleted from the looks of it. That could have been really, really bad, and really bad indeed. I mean, if he had managed to get a strategic missile launch up, they could have instead targeted the nuke launcher, but now it looks like they're actually trying to get another Duke online, but I'm not sure if they have the eco for it. No, they do have the eco for it. It's just that there's a ton of units moving in now. And lots of Percivals. A lot of Percivals are pushing the loyalists back on the right flank. But on the front line, Percivals are moving into KofNoob's former base. And KofNoob has gone down to just his commander income. And he's not doing anything other than trying to get up some basic SAM launchers. And understandable. He's just trying to get up basic defenses and do what he can for his team. But there are some mass wrecks around here. I would just ask, can I get one T3 mass extractor and like one of these fusion power generators? Because then you could actually start getting a little bit more and actually start assisting your teammates. Because now some of the shield seems to be holding still, and it's getting so close to see what is going to happen here. And he's not going to be able to get through the shield. But now he's targeting actually the power generators of Echelon. And will he be able to get shields online in time? If he can take out this power station here, that can cause a ripple and take out this nuke strategic missile defense. And he has enough power though, but if he loses to 5,000... 5,500... if he loses all of this, oh my god. Where is the Duke firing though? I can't see where it's firing at. It looks like it's... yeah, it's going for the power. And now the nukes are firing. After a whole lot of weight, they are actually firing. But now it's going to be interesting. Where are they firing at? They're firing at the left side, actually. So it looks like they're either trying to look for an opening. So this is going to be interesting to see. Have they been able to take... No, they have not been able to take out the strategic missile defense. So that is still got... It's still got 3 clips. No, 3 missiles. But the nuke is going for a close proximity nuke. The Percival's managed to get away, but the front line there was taken out. But there is a mass wreck there that Team 1 can capitalize on if they are lucky. But now, holy shit, Kashmoli of Obi-Wan Kenobi. The entire power grid to Echelon has gone away, and now he's actually struggling quite a lot. And if he can't get the power online in time, he will lose that missile launch. He's getting T2 shield generators online, but the Duke is very inaccurate, and unless he can get another Duke online, I don't think Team 1 is actually managing to survive this. What the hell is going on? This is so weird, but now it looks like finally Team 2 has had enough. They're sending in the land forces with a Galactic Colossus. 1 is battle damage for Team 1 with a Fat Boy in support with a Megalith coming in now. Unless Team 1 have something up their sleeve of either Ravagers or some hidden super weapon, this looks like it will be the end of it, and we are really close becoming into an epic match if this goes over 1 hour long. Holy crap, this is amazing how well Team 2 have been doing it, and Team 1 for surviving this long, managing to stave off the attacks all the time here now. And it looks like actually Team 2 is doing now what Team 1 tried to do. Try to take out the power instead of just trying to go for the shield generators that are being constantly repaired and fixed. But now a lot of these units are coming in here now, and Loyalists and the Percivals are trying to target the Loyalists first, but they are being then stunned by the EMP weapon. But there are so many goddamn Loyalists everywhere, and now we also see gunships coming in on the left flank as well. Along with the Fat Boy, we have Loyalists, we have Bangers, we have Bouncers, we have... Wait, where did the Megalith go? There it is. Okay, the Megalith is right in front of me. I can't see anything because there's too much going on now. And constant barrages from the front line. The Loyalists are moving now into the front line here now. The lilSidlll is trying to get out the Ravagers and getting out some Triads as well to deal with a incoming barrage of units. Now the Colossus is trying to go into close proximity defense, and as well a Galactic Colossus is moving in at the same time on the right flank, depleting the shields. And if you can take it out the shields here, the artilleries will be able to take out this strategic missile defense, and then they can fire the nukes, and then the game will be over. But will it be enough though? Will it be in time to stop them now? Because the Loyalists have been repelled, but now the Galactic Colossus need to pay attention and take out that Colossus, because otherwise it's going to go after the shields and deplete them so much that the artillery will be able to get through here now. And Team 2 champion reclaimers, they are flying in transports full of construction to reclaim. Yes, they are indeed, but now the Galactic Colossus is going to go down. But will it be enough to take out these shields so that the nuke defense can actually go down, and the Dukes? There are 2 Dukes online now for Team 1 indeed. And now one team member has been taken out. Holy shit, I did not see this. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We have lost Echelon. Echelon is down. The entire blue base is going kaboom, and holy crap. I'm sorry for screaming, but if the Team 1 can capitalize on this and keep these Percival off those Dukes, Team 1 will be able to actually survive this. I can't believe the turn of events, how they managed to snatch Echelon away, and if they can now deal with those 2 Dukes firing down the amount of fire on themselves, they will be able to survive this. I can't believe what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen. They managed to fire the Dukes and land them on Echelon as he came in. Holy shit of Mother Maria. I don't know what to say. They still have the nuke defense, but that doesn't matter now because the nuke launcher is gone. The nuke launcher is gone. The entire base of Echelon is gone. And if they can just take out that Fat Boy and keep that Colossus away, Team 1 can actually manage to survive this. If they can just land those shots and one of the Dukes are going down, Team 1 can actually manage to I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This base here has managed to hold off the attack of several experimentals. Take 3 artillery shells, but now a Galactic Colossus will be able to get in. Will it be able to take out the shields and go after some of the Dukes? Will they be able to stop them? I don't know what will happen now, unless actually some of the... Oh my holy crap! He will be able to take out the Dukes. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And no! The Galactic Colossus is taken out right before, but the Fat Boy is continuously firing down. And I think this nuke will be taken out, but that is... As I'm saying this though, where is the two other Dukes firing? They are firing down and trying to take out this other Duke. And if they can take out that Duke there, they will be in severe advantage. But now, as I'm saying this though, they are massing down with the shields, trying to blink back on again and defend themselves. And I can't believe what I'm seeing. Team 1 is still in the bloody goddamn fight. How is this even possible? I mean, they have 3 nuke... I can't even talk anymore. This is just amazing to see. And now it looks like even Team 2 is starting to lose their cools. They don't know what to do anymore. They've lost the they lost the experimentals. They lost one of the top players that had them on the run for Team 1. They've lost one of the artilleries, and the second artillery is gone. The third artillery has been firing randomly and trying to take out the power. It was a good tactic, but if they focused all of the 3 artillery shells into the mixer, they could have been able to take that out. But now it is over. I call it now. It is over. Unless Team 2 manages to do some heroic acts here, Team 1 will be able. I mean, what is going on with this match? We are managed to pass 1 hour, and this is officially an epic match, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. lilSidlll has managed, alongside his teammate, to manage to reclaim this battle in their favor, even though that NUDAX, Arcayan, and Echelon had them on the run. I have no words. This is amazing to see. And now NUDAX is desperately trying to get more shields online and rebuild the Dukes. But I'm not sure if that will be enough now, because now the enemy team has the nukes. No, the Dukes. Not the nukes. They have the Dukes. I don't know how Team 1 are doing it. No, they got so much... Yeah, I mean, Team 2 had so much reclaim, but now Team 1 is the one with the reclaim. And it's got to be careful now, because now another experimental is coming in, and unless they have... What does lilSidlll have? He has only 4 Ravagers, but now a Galactic Colossus is coming in here. It's got to be careful though, and if he wants to, he has to commit now and move it in. Otherwise... Team 1 will be able to reinforce their position and gain more units. And do we see more experimentals though? That is the question. And now we see a final last ditch push here now, coming in from Arcayan, trying to push in now and go for the units and go for the shields and go for the Percival and try to take it out. Yeah, Team 2 reclaimed like 6 experimentals. I don't understand what has happened here now. And now the Galactic Colossus is coming in now with the assistance of some Harbingers. Will this be enough to take out the team? I think so indeed, if we can just target focus the enemy. But at the same time, he's moving inside the range of all these D1 plasma cannons, and he's trying to walk over and let the corpse fall on top of the... No, I'm not sure what he's doing. Is he trying... No, he's went for the... I'm not sure what happened there, actually. But... as I'm saying it though, another experimental is coming in from Arcayan. I'm not sure what his artillery shell is trying to fire. He now has 2 Galactic Colossuses. If he can't get more Ravagers online, he's going to be in severe trouble. But he has a Fat Boy though to act as a support. And he has several T1 units to try to assist him here now. And that Percival is going to go down. And is the artillery shell still firing? Oh no, holy shit. I can't believe what I'm seeing. NUDAX has managed to get his Duke online. I mean, what is going on with this game? I don't understand what is going on. Where is the Duke's firing? Oh my god, is he directly trying to take out NUDAX? I believe he is. Holy shit, he's trying to take out NUDAX. That is a bold move, sir. Especially when you have... I'm going to try to target this down here. Double artillery shells right into it. And I'm not sure what's going... Oh no, I'm not sure if Arcayan can see this, but he's reclaiming and trying to build the MSA at the same time, so he can't get it built. But now we have 2 Galactic Colossuses coming in here now, and please tell me they've been able to push through now. No, oh, they're gonna lose another Colossus. They are at this moment just donating mass into Team 1's coffers, and... I don't know what's going on. Now lilSidlll is even getting back into the air game. This is so weird to see, ladies and gentlemen. I mean... he's... Oh, wow. I have no words. This match here is just confusing me to the point where I don't even know what to say. Team 1 and Team 2 has gone back so goddamn much. I can't understand what is going on. I understand Team 2 panicking a little bit when Echelon died, but now they lost the T3 Air Factory HQ. So now lilSidlll will actually be able to get air advantage. And now he has... now it looks like actually the Duke and the Emissary is firing on the shields here. And if they can take out the shields, they will be able to deal with the Duke here. I have to take some... Ricola. Oh, good lord. KofNoob needs to get away. Otherwise he's going to die. And, oh my god, we see lots of ambassadors moving in. And, oh my god, the Duke has been oh my god, I can't believe what's going on here. This map, this game is so weird. This game is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in ages. I can't even... yes, I can't even... I mean, now it actually feels justified to say that. I can't even deal with this shit. This is just so... I mean, I don't understand. If they had just focused target the Dukes from the get-go and then changed over to take out the Emissary, the double Dukes would have been able to go through the shield, and then they would have gone back to deal with those Dukes, so they couldn't have targeted them. But now it looks like, due to the fact that the ambassadors managed to get in and take out one of the Dukes, they will be able to deal with this. The Duke is a little bit off target, so we'll actually reclaim the Duke and not actually build on top of it. You have to move it like this. But now they're just going to reclaim it. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Don't reclaim it. Don't reclaim it. Ah! The end game is sort of bad. Team 2 should have hoarded experimentals like maybe 4 of them and then attack from a single angle. They keep attacking from the front. Yes, indeed they are. And I'm not sure what lilSidlll is doing. He's reclaiming it. He can't reclaim it now. You gotta build on top of it again. Oh, this is just... I don't even understand what this game is anymore. And now NUDAX has managed to rebuild his 2 Dukes. And now Arcayan is getting a Czar up and running. So that is just so weird, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Oh my god. I'm gonna speed this up to +2 now because I don't understand this game at all. But now it looks like the artillery is actually trying to focus targets. Hopefully, yes. Please tell me that they're gonna focus target. Please don't tell me that they're gonna be able to get through the shields. Okay. Come on, just... There's gotta be some way to finish this, because how are the shields still alive? Oh! Well, the shields are gone. But NUDAX has lost T3 air. But the Dukes and the artillery shells are firing now in unison. Dropping down, taking out the shield powers. They're trying to repair it, but they can't get it online. I'm not understanding what's going on here now, but now it looks like... Oh, they managed to barely get shields online back in time. That was it. Give me a thing. Holy shit. They're losing the shield power from the looks of it now. Unless they can get the shield power back up again fast. The team 2 can actually now get back into it. But it looks like now that civil... Oh my god! Can they actually take out the Emissary? They are changing targets to actually go for the Emissary. And now the shields are down. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen! Oh my god! They can go for the shields! They are taking out the shields! They took out the Emissary! What is going on? This game is so weird! Now a Tsar is coming in though. And he's suiciding his Tsar, trying to take it out. I'm not sure that will be a good idea unless the shields are in the way. I think they will be able to No! The Tsar did absolutely nothing except donate... Oh! I can't believe what is going on here! I mean, this is just so weird. Team 2 is throwing away experimentals like they were just pebbles and candy. They had the advantage. What is... Oh my... Holy shit. Christ gods! And now Lyuker is sending in his units again. And going for the mass. Falling back in the face of so many raptors. Oh my god. Arcayan is actually taking artillery fire. I can't believe this. If Team 1 wins this, I will be surprised. I mean, he has 2 artillery shells firing constantly, one assisted with 4 power generators. And I get... Now Lyuker has his SAR online. And the shields are blinking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I can't understand what is going on here. This is so weird. Team 1 is spreading out again. Now Team 2 is on the run. Oh my... This is so weird. Arcayan is saying he's beat. I wouldn't say that. I mean, okay, fair enough. Team 1... I mean, if they could just get through the shields here, but... Arcayan calling out to GG. He's giving up. He doesn't want to anymore. He's tired. Lyuker coming in with the Galactic Colossus as well. Yeah, I think this is actually the end of it, ladies and gentlemen. I think actually Arcayan is giving up. And now we see a push out from Team 1. Clutching it back from the... Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, at the precipice, we see that Team 1 managed to get the upper hand first, lost the upper hand, was severely disadvantaged, getting 3 artilleries, and at the end we have a desync, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Holy shit, this game has been the most amazing thing I've ever seen in years. And now NUDAX is going to get his butt handed to him, with a Tsar coming in to say, "Hey, mind if I drop by for a small visit? I want to give you some buns, and this time you'll get the ones that I bake." And with that said, the shields are slowing to blink off now. He's trying to get up units in time. But with that said, his shield is rapidly depleting. He can't get shields up in time. And boom, his shield is gone. He's blinking down. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I call the end of an epic match without... I mean, you can't even... Wow. Yeah, I gotta agree, Warshed. That was pretty amazing back and forth. That was just... Wow. Team 1, I salute you. Team 2, I salute you. That was fantastically played from both sides. But in the end, Team 1 managed to snatch victory from the claws of Team 2. With that said, I'm going to end it now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching this. And if you like this, I'm going to post it on YouTube as well. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day onwards. And I'll see you in the next stream and video.